Greetings and salutations, mappers, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order! We are starting Lost Belt number 7, because, yeah, kinda skipped the other ones. Well, I mean, one of them was like a raid. There you are. Alright, so Lost Belt number 7, Golden Sea of Trees. Nahue Mikalan. It's Spanish, I actually don't know how to pronounce any of these words. So, this is gonna be ear-bleedingly bad. But let's go. Hopefully we get through at least one node today. Because I'm pretty sure it's all dialogue for, like, the first half. I'm not gonna do, like, a challenge or anything. Because in Lost Belt number 6, a good portion of the time was just me playing with the challenge run. So let's try to get through as fast as possible. Now, if I was supposed, we're gonna do a challenge run, I probably would just do like all story supports, or like every support that came in the story so far. But I don't have Kentucky, so it's already got one out. Oh, let's begin.
What is that? What is this place?
Looks like an operating room in a corpse of some kind. I don't remember what voice I gave them. Right, this was right after the interlude, or the 6.6 Lost Belt? Tarum? Where after we defeated Moriarty, we learned that we were on top of Nevada? And top of like Area 51, where we met the corpse of the alien? And I think Agent Blue, or what his name is? Who apparently just became nervous? A nervous system? So, this must be... Yeah, gotta be what's left of the master of all the servants here. Moriarty called it Test Subject E.
I'm sorry. I blanked out for a moment. I'll start gathering all the data we can right now.
Good idea. Run all the scans you can. I'll see if I can find any residual magical energy or active spells. Don't really think I will, though. Hard to imagine Magecraft seeing much use in a modern facility. That was... Mash! Caddock! Something's wrong here! Gah! Don't do that! You scare the shit out of me! Okay? But I know that expression by now. You're serious, aren't you? Mash, hurry up with those scans!
Right. I need about 10 more seconds to get everything here.
Good! Door still works. As soon as Mash is done, we're out of here. Come on, Barrel Draco. You get over here too. You're trying to bring that corpse with us? The hell? Are you out of your damn mind? You shouldn't even be touching that. I know. And I am a little scared, but I just think it at least deserves to be brought outside. No, you fool! The branch! That's subject E.
Senpai?
Price a sample, and you just... Screw it! Can't do anything anymore. You feel okay? Yeah? Good. Mash! Your 10 seconds are up. We go!
Right. I have all the data I need. Come on, Master. Let's hurry. Got it.
Take the branch. Take the branch! But... that's... What are you doing, Bear Draco? Move your ass!
The bonds holding physical matter together in here are coming undone.
Whoops.
I'm also picking up fluctuations in space-time, but this passageway is going to collapse before they even reach us. Master, Tadok, I'm sorry, but if we're going to escape, I need to carry you.
Ah! Carry light! How's she carrying both of us under her arms? Mash is really, really strong.
Because I'm a day servant. Setting round shield to round board position. Opening thrusters to maximum velocity. Initiating Ortonax shield rush mode. Please be careful not to bite your tongues.
Shield rush mode? And what was that about our tongues? Well, the important thing is that the three of you made it back safely. That hour of rest seems to have paid off as well. Now, did you take your mystic codes to the cleaners like I told you to?
Yes, Director. The mystic codes we used in the Singularity are in the lab right now. Thank you for keeping them in good shape.
Excellent answer, Cure Light. And a good nod on your part too, Bear Draco. How about you, Kadok? Did you bring in your mystic code like you were supposed to? Yeah? I'm not a moron. I'm not about to ignore a direct order from the commander. Very good. Love that honesty. And to be totally honest myself, I have been nothing but impressed by your performance. You did an excellent job with this singularity. Like cake, yes? Thanks to you, it was a piece of cake. Bear Draco may be a seasoned master, but deep down, he's still an ordinary civilian, not a mage. His more soft-hearted sensibilities have sometimes clashed with my more cold-blooded mage's perspective. But you've proven useful at reconciling those two perspectives. Very useful to have around. I hope I can count on your help in the future as well, Lupus. Especially since I assume you'd prefer not to wear that color again if you don't have to. Gardaf, I understand wanting to show off your appreciation, but we don't have all day. Come to the point, please. Oh, yes, of course. Good work getting back safely from such a large singularity. Thanks to your efforts, the singularity which we have decided to call Tarum has disappeared. It's a great shame that our administrative Sherlock Holmes was unable to return with you. But I'm sure he'll be back eventually, and when he does, I'm going to give him the grilling of a lifetime. But we have more pressing concerns right now. We need to discuss the data Light brought back from Area 51. I'm speaking, of course, of that mysterious room and that thing you found there. Test subject E. Da Vinci and the rest of the computer room staff are analyzing it all as we speak. That includes Shion, Professor Elron, the Record Keeper, and Marcus, the Spiritron Engineer, with assistance from Octavia. They're all working as hard as they can, so they should have a report for us sooner than later. So we're just, what, on standby until then? Is that why you confiscated our mysticodes?
Yes. The ship is airborne and standing by over North America. We'll be heading to our next objective, the 7th Lost Belt in the Amazon rainforest. After you've all had about 48 hours to recuperate. So we have 2 days to rest? That would be a huge help. Senpai and Kadok both worked very hard down there.
Yeah, honestly, not my idea of a good time. We could definitely use a break, especially Biro Draco. A good meal and a warm bed would do way more for him than any energy drink.
You mean in terms of bolstering his mental state? Accurate. Summoning servants requires a great deal of mental energy. I would therefore like to be certain he gets at least 2 days off each week. We're back, Shion! Congratulations on completing your mission. I am glad to see you all back safe and sound. Not to suggest I was ever concerned. If anything, things went largely as I calculated.
That's so. Guess it doesn't sound like a joke coming from one of Alice's elite alchemists. Does that mean you knew about Holmes too? Did you know he was a disciple of the foreign god? That Moriarty was going to beat him in that singularity?
Ah, you surely do not pull your punches. Or is it bites, as you were a wolf? At any rate, you are correct. I was certain Holmes was one of the foreign god's disciples. For 2 reasons. First, the report I saw at the Atlas Institute during the 6th Singularity. It said Holmes acquired information by synchronizing with Trihermes. That may not sound like much, but Trihermes is the heart and mind of the entire Atlas Institute. The sheer volume of information contained within would instantly shatter the spirit origin of any ordinary heroic spirit, attempting to access it. Sherlock Holmes may have been exceptional, but his storage capacity was still nowhere near that of a divine spirit. There is simply no way a heroic spirit of a human, no, a standard servant, could endure such a thing. That's a good point. I never thought twice about it before because, well, it was Holmes, but... Second, he, of all people, never once even attempted to contemplate what the foreign god wants. He did not think about it because he did not know, but rather because he must not know. A detective who was supposed to reveal the truth was lying about who he himself was. I cannot speak to how difficult that decision was for Holmes to make, but his reasons for making it were abundantly clear. If I pursue the answer to this question, I will be destroyed. For Claudia's sake, I must not think about this any further. That was for the best, if not the only way he had to walk that line. He may have technically been the foreign god's disciple, a game that allowed him to be Claudia's friend and ally. And that remained true till the very end. As soon as he realized the truth of who he was, he chose to throw himself over the falls so that he would not become our enemy. Of course, that still leaves one other question. When the foreign god first summoned Holmes, why did a heroic spirit of his caliber agree to be her disciple in the first place? I am still not quite sure of the answer to that myself. Still, the fact remains that he had no choice but to erase his own memories and disappear before he learned the truth about himself. At least, so long as he planned on remaining Novum Caldea's friend. Anyway, that is the extent of what I was able to figure out. Are you satisfied now, Lupus?
So you couldn't trust him as Holmes, the detective, but you did trust him as Caldea's ally. Well, if you know all that, do you know what his goal was too? If Holmes was one of the foreign god's disciples, then why did he originally make contact with Caldea? What was it the foreign god wanted him to do?
Why, to help Caldea, of course.
Huh?
Though his reason for doing so differed as a disciple, and after he forgot the facet of himself, he would have taken the same actions in either case. As the foreign god's disciple, his job was to help Caldea fight the Lost Spells. That is why the foreign god did not get rid of him herself. He was doing the job she gave him. But once the young Professor Moriarty was chosen to be a disciple, Holmes' days were numbered. My guess is the foreign god's command was something along the lines of, help Caldea until they reach point A. From point B onward, you're forbidden to help them any further. In this case, point A was probably the 5th Lost Belt, and point B was everything that came after. Or, alternatively, it may have been something like, once Caldea passes point A, destroy them from within. Either way, that time finally came. And he had to choose between Holmes the disciple and Holmes the administrative advisor to Caldea. Ultimately, he went over the falls. He chose to remain Caldea's administrative advisor.
That's the part I don't get. Even if Holmes did have to lose to Moriarty, so that Baron Draco's team could defeat him, shouldn't he still have come back alive if he wanted to fight against the foreign god?
I agree. It does not make sense. The Holmes we know would never willingly choose to kill himself. So that is both the biggest unanswered question, as well as a hint to the foreign god's true nature. Holmes must have had no choice but to exit stage left, so to speak. He knew that, even as Caldea's administrative advisor. As long as he was alive, he would have no choice but to obey the foreign god. It was unlike an ordinary servant contract, something more like a fetish he was helpless to. Sorry to interrupt. Are you all still in the command room?
Yes, we are. I'm reluctant to ask, but what is it, technical advisor?
We were just studying the test subject E when we came across one hell of a bonus. Apparently, there was an explosive computer virus hidden in the corner of that mysterious lab, and... oh crap, it's gonna blow up! Here, I'll put it up on screen there so you guys can see this too.
Do you say blow up? What are you talking about? Oh, just let it explode? Cover it up with something and toss it outside! Yeah. Testing. Can you hear me? Are you getting this? Oh, that's a good angle. Shame I don't have a chair here. But oh well. Good day, Caldeans. Or is it evening now? I'm James Moriarty, notorious evil genius. If you've opened this file, then I've probably disappeared. Oh, what a pity. So I've taken the liberty of recording this video in case the unthinkable should happen to yours truly. Now,
I'm sure you and I have had our share of trouble by this point, but I'd like you to put all that behind you. My goal was to save the world, which has proved to be a task Caldia, or rather Bear Draco, is unfortunately not up to. I can save the world far better than he can. Of that I am, or rather was, absolutely certain. To be clear, I am not doing this out of concern for Master Bear Draco. I probably did not say as much, since I am a shy fellow at heart, so I'll lay it all out here. I have no faith in Bear Draco's capabilities whatsoever. I'm sorry, but would you mind if I burn this file out of our databanks? Try not to let him get to you, Mash. If you're seeing this file, then you must have also acquired information on Test Subject E. While it should be your job to analyze it and determine what it is, I've decided to be generous and make things a little easier for you. Test Subject E is not a terrestrial being. It is a remnant of a being humanity secreted away, probed, and experimented upon in that facility over 100 years. I believe its cries of agony as it lay dying are what drew the foreign guard, its compatriot, here. Unfortunately, I could not determine anything beyond that. I simply lacked the necessary data. Still, with Trismegistus II on the storm border, I'm sure you'll be able to arrive at that answer yourselves. Alright, Caldia, farewell. I pray that you're able to uncover the truth. No, on second thought, I don't. Miracles happen only when they're meant to. Praying to God is for students who forget to do their homework.
That smug son of a bitch! He just wanted to kick us when we were down.
What a terrible professor! I hope he's not a bad influence on you, Master.
I trust Cadox Lupus and Mash Curiolite have finished voicing their opinions by now. Before I go, let me give you one last bit of helpful advice. I would hate to leave this on so sour, unhelpful a note that Caldia ultimately declines to summon me. You should know that you have precious little time left to you. Olga Mari, the foreign god, is planning to strengthen her spirit origin even further. She means to do so via the entity of the Outer Realm that sleeps in South America, which is one of Grishand's, the Mage Association's, folklore department's ultimate taboos. Is an extraterrestrial known as ORT. It could be considered a true invader of this world. And you, Olga Mary, plans to merge with it. Are you surprised? I do hope you're surprised. Anyway, your deadline is fast approaches. You may have defeated me, but you have no time to rest on your laurels. The moment the foreign god gets her hands on ORT, humanity has lost. So, if you don't want to see this planet brimming as it is with possibilities most wicked, split in two. I suggest you hurry. Did he really say ORT?
What's ORT?
You mean you don't know? Oh, right. You wouldn't, would you? Damn it. You grew up hearing ORT would gobble you and your whole house up if you didn't go to sleep when you were told. Well, I, for one, am jealous. How do I... To put it in terms even you would understand, it's sort of a ghost story of the mage world. ORT is said to be a monster from outer space that came to South America before the AD era began. They say it kills anyone who even gets close to it in an instant. No mage has ever entered its territory and lived to tell a tale. And yet, for some reason, maybe they decided it was too dangerous to be left to its own devices, or perhaps just out of pure academic curiosity, a Grand Mage and 6 Brand Mages decided to raid its territory in South America back in the 16th century. Oh, in case you don't know, a Grand Mage is the very best of the magecraft world. They're monsters, powerful enough to single-handedly rival the might of entire nations. Brand Mages are one level below Grand, but they're still incredibly talented geniuses who are nearly as strong as Grand Mages. So getting 7 incredibly powerful mages together for a single expedition was something that had just never been seen before. In fact, they say the mood at the campsite before they set out wasn't far off from a festival. But ultimately, only one mage made it back alive. You must not go near that thing yet. There is nothing alive on Earth right now that can match it. Wait for the next era. Let us entrust our hopes to the creatures, wherever they may be, which evolve after our extinction. After he spoke those words, he turned into crystals right before the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear him. That mage's name was Astea. He was one of the 12 lords of the clock tower at the time. The incident is what prompted the dean of the Mages Association and Clock Tower to dub the monster ORT. And ever since, that particular region in South America has been known to be off limits to all of humankind. Though at least in the peasant family I grew up in, this was all just a tall tale. If Gordolf's reaction is anything to go by, the nobles must have been taught that story as fact, though. A fact scary enough that they apparently use it to threaten kids into behaving.
So, there's been another alien on Earth this whole time?
Exactly! No one should ever go near ORT, as they say. Wake not a sleeping alien. My old dean once said, as long as the planet doesn't scream, ORT will never wake up. It slumbers deep beneath South America. So we must make sure to leave it alone. If it stirs, there will be no safe place left on the planet. That's how scary this monster is. It's even worse news than the foreign god.
I had no idea a mythic like that was sleeping in South America. As a captain myself, I can't say I'm not intrigued.
That right there. That's the kind of curiosity that nearly destroyed the whole world. Don't you dare indulge it.
I just remembered something. I once read an article about ORT in Chaldea's library. It said ORT was, at present, the most powerful and noble life form mages had yet discovered. It's said to be a huge extraterrestrial being which resembles nothing so much as a spider. Its exodermis is supposedly hard, soft, hot, and cold all at once. It generates an energy inside its body using nuclear fusion, transforms any matter it touches into crystals, and is a threat to humanity that won't be comprehensible to human technology until the year AD 3000.
Damn, seriously? It's that bad?
This is far beyond anything I calculated. The foreign god wants to merge with ORT? But she is already more than powerful enough already. Why would she undergo such an unnecessary alteration? Well, since she also claimed to be president of Earth, I'm guessing she may just be greedy. This is absurd. If we were to assign a value to Chaldea's present fighting ability, we might say is level 50, the foreign god would already be level 1000 in that case. There's no need for her to grow yet more powerful, and yet she wishes to merge with ORT and become, let us say, level 10,000. There is such a thing as over-preparing. At any rate, if Moriarty went to the trouble of leaving us that video, then it's almost certainly true. Gordoff, Da Vinci, I propose an immediate change of plans. Though we need to verify that Olga Murray is indeed capable of fusing with other life forms at all. Her success in doing so with ORT would leave us absolutely no chance of victory. Not even the sacred sword we have finally finished would be of any use against her. The plan we drew up in Britain would be useless. According to Trismegistus the second,
Oh god.
prognostications, a threat of that scale has yet to appear on this planet. There must be some reason the foreign god has not yet been able to find ORT. In which case, we do not have a moment to lose. I am setting the Stormborder's course for the 7th Lost Belt immediately. We will finish our preparations on the way. We must find the foreign god and defeat her before she can merge with ORT.
The prologue was just half an hour. To the land of the dead. Yeah, I know it's stuffed up. Ghost!
Oh! Oh! Great. It fits perfectly. Habitat did a wonderful job, as usual. That mythic code was designed for the expedition to the 7th Lost Belt. Well, really for the battle with the foreign god. The Stormborder is en route to South America. Our airspeed is 900 kilometers per hour. We should arrive in about 4 hours. I know it isn't much, but would you like to sleep the next 2 hours or so? Thanks, but I'm okay. Then, I'll make you a cup of tea to help you relax. One with lots and lots of honey. Oh, good! Everything's still in good working order after your emergency assault in Tehran. We shouldn't have to worry too much about sending you out to South America. You'll be able to operate there full time. Thank you, Da Vinci. I feel better hearing that. You know, I may be off base, but I feel like I've been in better shape than ever lately. The Black Barrel is still a challenge, but I feel much more comfortable handling Ortanax now. So it would seem. Your physical capabilities have definitely improved a fair bit. Keep growing like this and you could well be one of the strongest servants around one day. We're all very proud to have you representing Novum Caldia. Thank you, Da Vinci. Still not sure I deserve so much praise, but I'll do my best to be worthy of it. Oh, but speaking of the Black Barrel, I will be restricting your use of it even more. From here on, as a rule, you're only allowed to you're only to use it to fire simple compressed magical energy rounds. Calculating a target's life scale with the accomplishments measure, forming the Black Barrel itself, and generating a dead counter are all off limits. All that puts too much strain on your body and relies too much on Master's luck. Also, I don't want you firing even the simple rounds in urban areas either. I've already told Bear Draco that too. The rounds affect too large of an area to leave us any hope of avoiding collateral damage. I think that's the right decision. The dead cannon breaks some of the world's own laws. I understand it's not the kind of thing that should be used recklessly. Exactly. There's a reason the Atlas Institute was afraid of turning the very concept of death itself into a weapon. And one more thing. Standard servants have spirit bodies, even when they materialize. They're still made of ether. They don't have any actual flesh, and they can never grow beyond the abilities they had when they were added to the Throne of Heroes. But, as you're obviously aware, demi-servants have human bodies, which have had a spirit origin transplanted into them. You aren't able to use a spirit form, but you do have a real physical body. The advantages that gives you are becoming more apparent. As I've mentioned before, your spirit origin pattern is growing with your body. Well, it does look like it does look like that growth stems from changes in your mental state rather than actual physical changes, but never mind that for now. The problem is that you're approaching the state of a heroic spirit even though you're still alive. And you remember what servants are called in the Magecraft world, right? Ghostliners. At any rate, if you want to get stronger than you are already, it won't be all that long before you lose the qualifier. So I want you to really think about that before it happens, because growth is inevitable and there won't be any going back. But hey, no need to worry about it too much. If you feel like you're getting too close for comfort, just take off the Orchanax and come back to the border. We're not in the same boat we were before. We have allies we can depend on here in Novum Caldia. You don't have to fight all our battles by yourself. If you need help, we'll work together and come up with something. Bear Draco knows that just as well as I do. Neither you have to give up on Director Olga Mary. Neither of you have given up on Director Olga Mary, have you? Then I'll be with you every step of the way. I mean, she's obviously the same Olga Mary in Cal's database, isn't she? I still have no idea how we can neutralize her, but if we can, there'll be plenty of chances to talk. The storm border will soon be passing through Central America. No sign of enemy interference from Mexico to Guatemala. Once we cross this vast stretch of white seawater, we'll be at the South American storm wall. The operation begins in 20 minutes. Alright, I trust all Novum Caldia personnel are at their assigned stations, yes? We may have moved the timetable up significantly, but our preparations for this operation still have been complete for some time now. There's no call for panic now, right, Technical Advisor? Of course. Remember our foreign god trump card? The sacred sword that weaponizes the very concept of a holy weapon? We'll be loading it into our permanent cannon, the Hume Barrel Ray Proof, which is both proper human history's legitimacy and humanity itself as ammunition. We've run over 100 million simulations with it in Trismegistus II, and it had a 99.9% success rate. There won't be any problem deploying it in live combat, even with its transformation sequence. Wonderful! I knew our technical advisor wouldn't let us down. By the way, this permanent cannon.
Does it have a firing mechanism in the command room that looks like a gun stringer? You'll have to show me later.
Come on, Jubs. The call was already made that the Marines would be firing it, wasn't? Give it up, would you?
Of course I know that. GBR, I just wanted to indulge my sense of adventure for a bit.
Do you still want to hear my report on Test Subject E, Commander?
I definitely do. What did you find out?
Little substance, unfortunately. I learned only 3 things. 1. That operating room had cutting-edge equipment from the same level of civilization as our own. 2. Test Subject E is of a completely unknown species. Megatus II had no data on it whatsoever. 3. Though it had been cleaned up, we found a great deal of human blood and tissue there. I will need additional time to conduct a more thorough analysis, but right now, the lost belt takes priority. So I have halted further analysis on with Megatus II for the time being. Any questions? You said you found human blood? Does that mean someone was killed? Good catch. It had been thoroughly cleaned, but we still detected a fair amount of blood, and a little flesh as well. So yes, barring suicide, it is possible a murder was committed here. But it was an operating room, right? Couldn't someone have made a mistake during an operation? I see. True. There is at least half a chance of that. Though I do not believe most surgical errors result in blood splattering from a full meter from the operating table.
That's enough about Test Up to E. We'll be in hostile territory soon. How are our reinforcements coming along?
On it. This is the computer room. Summoning room. For this mission, Megatus II is recommending we summon 4 servants. While it would be more energy efficient to summon them from inside the Lost Belt, we wouldn't want to repeat of the Bryn situation. We've already summoned the first servant. She's headed to the command room right now. Just be patient, and we'll have the other 3 on their way soon, too.
A wise decision. We'll be really screwed if we only realized we couldn't summon any new servants after we already entered the Lost Belt. Anyway, I wonder who the first heroic spirit to help us conquer the final Lost Belt will be. South America has its share of harsh environments, you'd realize. So I suspect it will be a muscle-bound, headstrong, uncultured gorilla of a servant, forgotten by civilization.
Who are you calling uncultured? Such insolence from Chaldea's commander.
The lady inside the Great Majed!
What are you saying? There is no Pharaoh inside Lord Majed.
I take it you know the servant? Chris, you have retained memories of your previous summoning? Oh, have you retained memories of your previous summoning? That is, of me, Barrow Draco, and Mash in the 6th Singularity?
It seems I have, yes. If you use Chaldea's spirit origin graph to summon me, that could explain why I've retained memories of that summoning. However, this is still technically our first meeting, so a proper introduction must be made. Ahem. You may raise your heads, people of Chaldea. I see they're all already raised. Houseless. I suppose I'll let this slide once. My name is Nitocris. I am the incarnation of the Sky God, and the wielder of the Mirror of the Underworld. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with South America, but the glory of a pharaoh shines brightly wherever she may go. You may pay me homage and rely on upon my aid. Wow, I'm drawing me. So you're the first servant company that needs a Chris? That's encouraging news. Though you seem a little different than the Neutral Chris we met before. That match is because my spirit origin is different. This time, I have my full power right from the start. Thanks to the storm borders providing me with a vast amount of magical energy, my spirit origin has reached its final ideal form. What's more, I can now move about without my master's presence, thanks to having gained independent action. Wow, independent action! That is what you're happiest about? I'm astonished. Or, better yet, stupefied. At any rate, this time around, I am a very independent servant. I require no magical energy from my master, nor am I bound to Chaldea in any way. I am completely free. However, I also understand what it is I have to do, even without the restriction of a contract. I, Pharaoh Nitocris, will do everything I can to help Chaldea achieve victory and restore proper human history.
Well, sure. It'll be handy to have one of the escort servants be able to act independently. But the sheer amount of mystical energy needed for that, not to mention the courage it'd take to let a servant run around all on their own, is just insane. You guys must trust this Nitocris a hell of a lot.
Yep. Even when she was our enemy, she helped us out a ton.
Neocris, I'd like you to guard master, well, the whole field ops team, really. We expect the journey to South America to involve a lot of travel on foot. So we need a servant who's flexible, good in group battles, and knows curative magic for diseases and injury.
So, you're basically a bodyguard, huh? In that case, I ought to introduce myself too. Hiya, I'm Habitrot. Think of me as the guardian fairy who lives in Mash's Shield.
What a polite one you are. You must be one of Basset's kin, A pleasure to meet you.
What's up, Bassett?
Very good. We still have 3 more servants to summon. And we still have 3 more servants to summon. Very reassuring. I knew I preferred lost spells to singularities. Perhaps now we'll be able to enact the mass servant deployment plan we weren't able to use in Tunguska. We'll have that tree of emptiness cut down in no time. Flat. Once you found it, of course.
Oh dear.
Oh, wait. There is no tree of emptiness reading in the South American Lost Belt. Is that right, Sion?
It is. We see none of the magical energy readings particular to the Tree of Emptiness in the South American Lost Belt. Though, of course, the fact that this Lost Belt continues to exist must mean there is something equivalent to it. Perhaps this somehow died, as in Britain, or in China, or as in China, it may have been hidden. Either way, the Tree of Emptiness can wait this time. Our top priority here is defeating the foreign god. We have to stop Olga Mary before she confuses ORT. Please don't forget that.
It looks like we're all on the same page with this operation. And good timing. The storm border is just about to arrive at the storm wall. Everyone, get back to your seats and strap in. Run Triton engines 1 through 3 in parallel. Allocate 60% to propulsion, 40% to defenses. Preparing to breach the supercell surrounding the Lost Belt. Activate the bows dimension piercing drill. It's time to finally take the fight to the foreign god.
We made it through the storm wall. Damage to the hull is of course minimum. Alright.
Cut the commentary. Focus on the report. Get me an external view of the monitor. I want to see this lost belt for myself.
Roger that. Switching monitor to external camera feed.
Well, it's hell on Earth. Fun. It's, wasteland. I expected to see, the Amazon rainforest. It looks more like we just flew straight into hell. Dry, barren ground, thick storm clouds everywhere. No plants or animals anywhere. Rain of volcanic ash. The Amazon is said to be Earth's lungs, but this place is completely inhospitable to human life. It's like a prime example of volcanic winter. Even for a lost boat, this is utterly beyond the pale.
I couldn't agree more, Gordoff. This is a far cry from Biosphere 1. I'm aware lost belts are dead branches of human history, but this does not even appear to be a part of the same tree. What could have caused this? What process could have resulted in such an environment? Yes, this is shocking. Excuse me, but I think you'll want to see this. It's a measurement of the local landmass. What do you make of it, Sion?
I recognize this. I think it's called... Huh! What the? It seems vaguely familiar. Do you know what this is, Zimlupus? Yeah, I do. I can't remember what it's called, though. You tell him, Curelight.
It looks like Pangea? But that shouldn't be possible. Possible or not, that's exactly what this is. The supercontinent of Pangea.
I don't understand. Super or not, how can a continent be medicinal? Surely such an inhospitable place as this can't be called a panacea. Not panacea, Pangea! The giant landmass from the Mesozoic era that every continent on Earth broke off from. Back in prehistoric times, there was a ton of continental movement and collision happening on the Earth's crust. And at one point, the continents of Earth were all stuck together, becoming a single landmass. That was the supercontinent of Pangea. As in the era that took place between 252 and 66 million years ago? Yeah, that one. With the Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. Man, he just rounded those numbers right off the top of his head. Is he a paleontological logically nut or something? What are you silly billies talking about? You do realize this is 2019, right? So how in the world could we be seeing the Earth from 6 million years ago here?
I really wish I knew. Strictly speaking, I don't think this is actually Pangea, though. I mean, there's just no chance of an environment like this giving rise to humanity. They say humans' first ancestors appeared 66 million years ago, but nothing could possibly live here. This looks more like the aftermath of a mass extinction event than... Wait, that's it! A mass extinction! Maybe that's what we're seeing here is... Fo! Fo! What is it, Fo? Are you trying to tell us something? Emergency alert! We have an unidentified object 10 kilometers off our bow! It's heading right for us! It's fast and freaking me out! It's not even flying! It's surging through space by warping itself repeatedly! It's closing in on us quickly. What do we do, Captain?
Keep together, Marine. Raise the Stormbore's electromagnetic barrier and brace for an attack. Look out. Tell us what we're dealing with. Better yet, put it up on the monitor.
Yes, right away. Here's the enemy silo. Oh crap. Oh crap.
Miss President.
Oh, it's you. You came here on purpose? Are you a pack of idiots? So you thought you'd keep your recent momentum going and cut down the 7th tree of emptiness? Did you? You should have thought better. Do you even realize where you are? I chose this lost by myself to serve as my home away from home. I can't sense anything amiss here instantly. And I'll be damned if I start letting unauthorized migrants in while I'm still Earth's ruler. Normally, I would just use my gravity field to crush you and your dinky little ride in the blink of an eye. But rejoice, I'm in excellent mood just now. You see, I just killed 7 of your grand servants, the so-called pinnacles of humanity's final magecraft, all at once. So, you know what? I'm going to give you all a chance. Time to show you I'm the only being worthy of ruling this planet, rather than just telling you. Now, come on out, humans. This will be your final battle, so let's make sure it's at least face to face.
She's already here?
Ugh, this is all so sudden. I can't even think. And what was that about home away from home? What does she think this is, a vacation? Well, at least she's giving us a chance. Apparently, she's so confident that she doesn't mean to use her ludicrously powerful pseudo-black holes. The fool! Alright then, if it's the servant fight she wants, it's the servant fight she'll get. Master Bear Draco, you'll stay here in the command room to summon and command your servants remotely. Master Light, you head out to the deck and guard them. Remember, you're the cornerstone of our defense. Shion, Da Vinci, you said we were good to go at any time, yes?
Of course, the human barrel can begin its firing sequence right now.
Good. Then we'll begin the operation immediately. Our target is you, Olga Mary, the Foreign God. We'll start by defeating her in a servant battle, then pull her off the boar's deck. After that, we'll hit her with a direct blast from the human barrel and completely neutralize her. Remember, everything is riding on this one battle. Let's go, people! Give it everything you've got, and then some.
Well, on the bright side, Mash isn't... Oh, wait, that's the wrong party. Story team. I don't think I have anything anti... I guess the best choice would be... maybe? To battle! I assume I'm supposed to lose this. Because it is Olga Mary.
お前たちの旅もここまでだ。今まで見逃されていたなどと思っていたか？違うな。少し忘れていただけだ。盛り上がってきた。
Alright. Let's get Mash out of there. And what we got here? Alright, so foreign gods set charge to maximum when defeating an enemy. Decrease the MP strength for yourself when defeating an enemy. I assume I have to at least break the first bar. Which might be a problem. Alright. Not too bad, honestly. Oh, come on! That is unfortunate. I don't think I do enough damage just doing face cards. It's a waste, but you gotta do it. I assume she's got NP. Nice. Oh boy. Just got MP again. Alright, so she now gains a charge per turn for whatever reason and increase attack. God, how many bars am I supposed to break? Getting real scared. If I fail this, if I actually do fail this, I assume... I guess I should bet on her to stick neutral damage for everyone. Damn it, not enough. Ooh. We're just dead here. Never should use a foreigner.
神にひれ伏してよい。7機では足りん。100機連れてこい。盛り上がってきた。7機では足りん。100機連れてこい。神にひれ伏してよい。7機では足りん。100機連れてこい。
Okay, do I... Okay, so Berserker's still neutral too. So it seems like everyone's just still neutral. Holy crap. Oh, are you kidding me?
ひとまとめになれ。沸騰せよ。沸騰せよ。
That's annoying. Might as well build crit stars, I guess.
お望みのままに。照準、捉えました。そうです。
She's on skis.
空見たことか。忘れていただけと言っただろう。諦めて。私に祈るのね。
Okay, so you had to clear 2 bars. Yeah, if they're doing a challenge run, that would have failed like instantly. I would not have enough damage. Like, if you're doing like a low servant or like low rarity servant run, I don't think you could do it either, because you would run out of like dodges way before you can even get through the first bar, I think. Along with the Pierce Invincible and like multiple AoE attacks. Yeah. Don't think challenge run's gonna really work there. And why is this not loading now?
You're a long way off from hurting me, but a bit of pressure on my skin is nice for once. Your skills are impressive. It makes the time I spent learning to play on your level worthwhile. But now, I think it's time for my big move. That's right, the one you've all been waiting for. Here comes my gravitational field. Not my watch. I should be able to handle one of that size on my own. Shield of White. Let only those without sin pass. Mold Camelot. What? You just batted it back at me like it was a ball? Wait, I know what this is. I've seen records of it. This is tennis, right? You didn't tell me you were a heroic spirit of tennis. I'm not, but I've always wanted to go to the championship. Now, command room. The foreign guy is on the move after taking matches or her own attack. She's on the outer edge. She's at the outer edge of the bow. Wow. All engines, full reverse.
Ray the primary cannons. Da Vinci.
I'm on it. The fire sequence is almost done. And it's all thanks to the time Baron Draco bought us. Stormbore's transition to drawn sword form. Complete. Anti-threat response valve open. Initiating magical energy circulation.
It's so cool!
Virtual Trident engines 5 and 6 are fully operational. Power supplied from void space remains stable at maximum. We're good to go, Captain. Let her rip before it all comes crashing down. This is really cool, but I have no idea what it is. Well, we're basically applying the same principles used for the Black Barrel. The Black Barrel measures the target's lifespan and inverts it into projectile energy. For the Sacred Sword, we may measure a target's threat to humanity and proportionally draw on Earth's own defenses for energy. You know how a living thing sends white blood cells after threats? Earth provides energy from its core to power similar defenses. This lets both the Black Barrel and the Sacred Sword armament's attack power and heat uses come from something greater than we can provide ourselves. Right. Which means using the armament doesn't actually consume too much of the Stormbore's magical energy. We can keep it flying without any problem. Alright, Captain, you're up. Gunner, lock your target and make sure you hit. We'll never get another shot at this. Don't worry, our target may be on the small side, but the primary cannon's emission cone is phenomenal. Correcting for margin of error, releasing Sheba firing safety. Swapping primary cannon's magazine to Hume barrel. Ray proof. Fire!
Oh, crap.
The foreign guy is still alive. If anything, she's stronger now. She absorbed all the energy from the primary cannon's blast. Huh? But how? She must be cheating somehow. I bet those horns of hers are able to absorb all that energy somehow. No, that cannot be it. The ray proof was designed to accommodate for scenarios like that. But the primary cannon's power output did drop well below expected parameters right before it was fired. Which must mean...
Snap out of it, damn it! All of you! Just look at her! Even she has no idea how she survived that blast. And it's pretty clear she's really, really, really mad. She's about to take her anger out on us in a big way. And she's going to use one of the gravitational fields that destroyed the Wandering Sea to do it.
Crap! Get a second round loaded, hurry! I'm switching up the settings for the next shot. If we change from a photon reaction to an armored jacket, then... Wait, stop! Picking up an anomaly on the surface! A huge chunk of the ground is falling apart! There's a massive hollow underground! Whoa! Just how deep is this thing? I've got a really, really hot heat source heading at us from underground, Ah, it's right beneath us.
What is that? Don't tell me that's the foreign god's new attack!
No, it's something else. The foundation of humanity's rating just gave it a negative value. It came from this lost belt. Internal pressure 200 billion. Temperature 16 million degrees. Density 160 times that of water. That is the sun, no doubt about it. What? Mjolnir! What's the situation on the deck?
The foreign god and that pillar are facing each other. Mash is standing by. She is ready to react to either of them. Honestly, she's pushing herself way too hard. Mash, get back inside. Stand by in the shower border's hangar.
Understood. Falling back to hangar 1.
Bear Draco, Kadok, Mjolnir, that goes for you too. In fact, the entire rest of the Chaldea staff should hurry to the storm border's hangar.
You mean you want them to retreat? But what about me, Xion?
It's still too soon for the commander to leave. As for Xion, she has to stay here to keep me around. Da Vinci, leave the computer room and head for the hangar as soon as you get the chance. 2.
Then you're saying I'm the only staff member staying? But commander or not, I'm still only human.
Get a hold of yourself. You have nothing to worry about. I'll be here to protect you.
But what about the Nemos?
Nemo is the storm border, remember? And he's telling us he's sensing danger coming. Just do what he says. Once we meet back up with Mash, he'll be able to act that much more freely. Isn't that right?
Exactly. Exactly, Kadok. Now, go on, all of you. Hurry to the hangar. Here, I'll send a Marine with you. If you need to contact me, you can do so through him.
Hey, Captain! You can count on me! What is this light? I didn't see anything like this in that subterranean world. Huh?
What?
What do you think you're doing? This ship is my quarry. Leave it alone or...
Oh god.
The sensation is not light or fire, but a fusion of plant and mineral? So, the sun and a plant and a fire and a mineral all in one? But nothing like that should exist anywhere in... Damn! I can't hold it off. Is it actually more powerful than me?
Oh man, I don't like the sound of that at all. And then there's the heat. What's going on out there?
No gawking! Rain time now! Nemo wants us in the hangar so we can get on the shell border. And that means he thinks we might crash. Right, Bear Draco?
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, really? Oh my gosh, you're so cool under pressure, Captain. That's way outside our area, though. We just carry supplies, give reports and stuff.
Oh crap. Ah.
Oh shit.
No way. I guess this is this for me.
All hands. The storm border has sustained massive damage. It cannot stay airborne. I'm going to attempt to bring us down on the no. Inside the hole that opened up beneath us. Brace for impact. I've also used our remaining magical energy resources to summon the 3 other heroic spirits as planned. They should be able to help Master Baron Draco. I'm sorry. That's all. I'm going to use all the magical energy I have left to try to land safely, wherever it takes to keep you all alive. After that, I wish you luck. Neat. So, what change? Oh, she gets increased attack now. Neat. So that's still the same. Oh, she gets invincible for 3 turns now. And gain crit stars. Section 2. Damn, obsidian knife. But I also kinda need to sleep early because okay, I'm gonna call it a day there because we weren't able to finish the entire node at least. So big ups. And I don't really want a cliffhanger. And I have to go work in the morning, so we'll continue this on hopefully tomorrow, depending on how things plan out. But either tomorrow or Saturday. I am going to try to stream as often as possible. Until then, thank you everyone who joined us today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.